So, willkommen zur nächsten Folge von GreedFall. So langsam hoffe ich mal, dass wir Richtung Ende gehen. Genau, wir wollen ja noch die ganzen Nebenmissionen noch aktuell fertig machen. Und dann auch gleich mit einer Begleiterin die Nebenmission noch fertig machen. Und dann geht es weiter heute Richtung Hauptquest. Vielleicht kriegen wir es heute ja fertig. Das ist nämlich gar nicht so schlecht, aber ich glaube, da kommt noch einiges. Ich bin mir nicht sicher, aber ich meine, da kommt noch einige Sachen. Aber hundertprozentig sicher bin ich mir jetzt nicht. Da komme ich nicht hoch. Wo muss ich denn jetzt überhaupt hin? Die Richtung? Okay, muss ich durchs Lager laufen? Bin mir gerade nicht sicher, wo ich genau hin muss. Nee. Da kann ich doch da hoch. Bin gerade nicht so ganz sicher. Ich wollte gerade sagen, da kommst du doch nicht hoch. Oder müssen außen rumlaufen. Das ist auch möglich. Wir ignorieren es einfach mal. Wir brauchen mehr Mana.
I've never been that far into the swamp, but if I was to live here, I would look for a drier place.
Ach, ein Lager haben wir auch gefunden. Ein Wächter. Ich weiß, dass mein Mana leer ist. Das brauchst du mir nicht erzählen, das sehe ich selber. Weil wie der Pfeil noch in unsere Richtung geflogen ist. Falscher Trank. Also Kurt wäre, glaube ich, der Beste gewesen, weil er die Rüstung schneller runterkriegt. Würde ich jetzt so sagen.
Hermits often choose places like this when they want to live away from the world. This is incredible. We'll have to rummage through this place.
Ich denke, da kommen wir runter.
These murals are magnificent. If St. Matthias did come here, this is where he must have settled.
Let's take a closer look at these paintings. We may learn something from them. This mural is very ancient. It depicts an old man dressed as a priest, getting his face painted by a masked native. This mural depicts an old man praying in front of a face in the mountain. He's holding a rosary. Saint Matthias, praying to Enon Milfrichtemen. I do not know these glyphs, but these spirals are native symbols. There are some words in our ancient language next to them. The light and the earth are the two faces of a same power. It's impossible to know if this is a translation or another sentence. But this is a message that would seriously displease the Inquisitors.
I cannot believe it. These symbols, they are signs used in the secret writing of the Donegada.
Engraved tablets. They resemble the ones we recovered in Eden. We should take them with us. The researchers would be delighted to study them. It looks like a chaplet made of pewter. It's rather basic, but it was made a long time ago. And it undeniably comes from the continent.
This is incredible. Saint Matthias is often depicted or described as using a similar chaplet. Oh, I feel so lucky to be here. In this cavern where our founder lived.
Aber mir fehlt noch ein Item, eine Info. Beiden Wanddinger habe ich, eins fehlt noch. Da.
There are some native symbols here and some letters I recognize, as if someone had tried to write in the native language using our alphabet. Men duistad en on mil frichtemen.
It means, welcome us amongst your people, Enon Milfrichtemen.
This is incredible. Saint Matthias would have known about the spirit of the island and would have prayed to him.
I don't know if you realize the importance of what we've just discovered. Saint Matthias, the founder of Ptolemy, finished his life worshipping the islanders' god. This is so incredible. Although it will cause a huge upset for our nation, our cult, and our relations with the natives.
I wonder what I should do with these relics. Eugenia probably didn't imagine that Saint Matthias lived his life in a way that's so different from what they advocate. As for Virgil, he wasn't wrong. Such a revelation will certainly cause a schism in Ptolemy.
I understand you must be concerned. Great revelations are often followed by a trail of blood. But if what we found was revealed, my people could live in peace with the priests at last.
I already took sides in their quarrel. If I change my mind, I'm afraid that it might be seen as treason. I'll think about it on the way there. Let's go back to the researchers' camp.
Ich denke, dass der Typ gleich zurückkommen wird zum Lager. Weil ich meine nämlich, ich hätte das damals nicht gemacht. Bin zum Lager zurück und der Typ stand nämlich da und wollte die umlegen. Ja, das Problem ist... Ja, auf einer Seite, klar, kann man das natürlich sagen, damit die alle in Frieden leben könnten, in Anführungszeichen. Auf der anderen Seite ist halt die Sache, wenn du es jetzt sagst, ja, das muss jemand anders entscheiden, bist du natürlich schön fein raus aus der Sache, ne? Aber dann weißt du auch nicht, wie das genutzt wird, das Ganze. Und auch wieder so ein Problem. Ja, ich glaube, hier geht es dann runter, ne, wo wir gerade nicht hoch konnten. Nicht jetzt? Ja. Schwierig. Das Ding ist ein reines Labyrinth hier, ey. Da geht's doch, da geht's hoch. Jetzt bin ich wieder beim Lager. Ne, warte mal, ich bin nicht beim Lager. Jetzt müsste ich... Ah, genau, jetzt bin ich hier, wo ich nicht hoch konnte, ne? Ja, da bin ich runtergesprungen. Dann sind wir jetzt beim Lager. Wundervoll. Wo ist er? Speicher mal eben.
So, did you find anything? Or do you need my help? We discovered a cave that was inhabited a long time ago by a whole group of people, mostly natives, who had obviously created a sacred site, as the place was guarded by a creature.
And have you found traces of our holy founder? New relics? Perhaps some tablets?
There were also frescoes on the site, representing Saint Matthias.
Frescoes? Tell me more. This is fascinating.
He was shown having his face painted by a native. On another, he prayed to the god of the mountain.
You can't be serious. You mean to say that our saint converted to the cult of the islanders?
That is what emerges from our findings, yes. Other objects that I was able to bring back also point in this direction. Look, there are inscriptions. These tablets and also this chaplet.
His chaplet? I cannot believe it. It is so... Excuse me. I cannot find the words to express how I feel. You must come with me. We must go and present all these discoveries to the Mother Cardinal. You realize our entire dogma will have to change. So far, anyone who wanted to question it would have burned their fingers. Literally, alas.
And you think that this time they'll listen?
We have solid proof. All this evidence. With your support, we will convince her to reveal the truth.
I see. I will do my best to help you.
It seems we are arriving right on time. You did well to warn us, Brother Virgil.
Virgil. How did you know?
I'm afraid that your Excellency's lies weren't very convincing.
We were informed of your discoveries and of the danger they represent. We demand that you hand them over to us immediately, so that they can be destroyed.
How can you even suggest the destruction of relics written by the hand of our founder?
Out of love for our dogma, for our faith, and for our nation. But since you refuse to comply with our orders, you leave us no choice.
Death to the heretics! May the Enlightened protect me in this battle! May the shadow engulf our enemies! Your magic is running out! Take a potion! Let's see who the Enlightened will favor. May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Ich hab doch gesagt, der kommt wieder.
You can face a woman of faith. I cannot believe that I just fought my own brothers in faith. The fact that the Inquisition is after us is very disturbing, Excellency.
We would do well to hasten to San Matthias. They will not dare to attack you there. Even if these men were the last forces that the Inquisition could send us.
You are right. All this proves is that I will not succeed without your help. There is a risk that the Mother Cardinal will also reject our discoveries.
Fortunately, we have some leverage over this, dear Cornelia. And if you will allow me to attend the hearing, I would be delighted to support you.
Your help will be precious to us, Father. In any case, we must present our research to Mother Cardinal as soon as possible. I will study the tablets one last time to make sure I know all their content. And I will meet you at the palace in San Matthias to plead our case.
Understood. See you soon, Sister Eugenia. Be careful.
So, ich soll jetzt darüber reisen in 24 Stunden. Ja, wir reisen uns jetzt darüber. Dann ist es nämlich erledigt. Was haben wir denn hier? Gefängnisschlüssel? Mhm. Wofür der auch immer sein mag. Eigentlich könnte ich zum Lager rüber rennen und könnte von da aus schnell reisen. Ganz daneben. Dann können wir auch mal gucken, ob wir neue Sachen kaufen können. Nein, du sollst... Nein, falsche Taste. Magischer Betäubung, Angriffszorn. Was kostet der denn? Können wir ausrüsten. Das Waffen brauchen wir nicht. Da keine schöne Kleidung für sie. Das ist so, also generell für die Charaktere. Händlerkürass. Das haben wir, glaube ich, an, ne? Ja, jetzt hat er das angezogen? Bin mir nicht sicher. Aber wir ziehen so einen alten Ledermantel an. Ja, die Hände passen aber nicht. Brauchen irgendwas, was da dazu passt. Dabei. Die Regeneration haben wir schon auf Maximum. Also Plattenstiefel würden da überhaupt nicht zu passen. Das passt auch nicht. Ich werde die nehmen. Also ich will noch ein paar Sachen verkaufen. Die Sense müssen wir gucken, wie die wir ausrüsten können. Die hatten wir vor an, ne? Dann können wir weg. Das Schwert kann ich nicht benutzen. Das ist eine andere Farbe im Endeffekt, ne? Das mit dem Roten wäre sehr schön, aber das passt nicht. Das sticht zu weit hervor. Obwohl, das ging ja auch noch. Ach nee, warte mal, war das jetzt mein Handwerk? Verdammt. Die behalten wir, das passt optisch besser. Was ist da jetzt der Unterschied? Achso, das ist eine andere Rüstung. Okay. Handschuhe wollten wir noch abändern. Und die Schuhe. Was ist denn mit der Waffe bei ihm hier? Er kann die große Sense auch nicht tragen, ne? Ne, er braucht Kraft 4. Kann die überhaupt jemand tragen? Sie kann die wahrscheinlich auch nicht tragen. Sie kann aber das Schwert tragen. Die hat nur Schusswaffen. Die hat nur einen Ring. Die hat beides. Ne, er kann die Sense auch nicht, ne? Ne, er braucht Kraft 4. Ne. Gut, dann. Fünf Stunden. Dann bin ich mal gespannt, ob wir das hinkriegen. Eigentlich haben wir Charisma relativ hoch. Die anderen Werte relativ hoch. Also es sollte klappen. Und wir haben noch Mittel gegen sie. Also schauen wir mal. So, mal safen.
Ah, Your Excellency. We were eagerly awaiting your arrival. Sister Eugenia was just recounting me the tale of your achievements and telling me about the incredible discoveries you've made.
These relics shed a new light on the last years of our founder. It all demonstrates that he hadn't evangelized the islanders, but, on the contrary, he would even have adopted some of their rituals, merging the cult of the enlightened and the cult of nature in a single dogma.
These discoveries, if they can be verified, are extraordinary. But they also represent a great upheaval that could harm our nation. We must first verify their authenticity. You are the only ones who entered this cave. Could what you have witnessed been a falsification?
The cavern we discovered is located in a very remote place. There's no island or village nearby. It contains some ruined dwellings, but clearly no one has lived there for a very long time. Fraudsters would inevitably have left traces of their passage, and we have not found any. The entrance to the cave was protected by one of those giant creatures that the natives call a Nardaig. These guardians usually protect sacred places, and let no one enter without a fight. I had to kill this beast, which leads me to think that nobody had entered the cave for a very long time. We discovered ancient frescoes on the walls of the cave. They represent Saint Matthias without a doubt. He's depicted with his chaplet. In one, he is praying for the divinity of the island. In the other, his face was being painted by a native. I understand how shocking these discoveries are, but their antiquity proves that they are genuine.
The tablets found at the site, however, attest that our founder had not abandoned the cult of the enlightened. He simply saw it as two different reflections of the same divine power.
The relics could be authentic, Your Excellency, but we only have your word to convince us. The political and religious impact of these discoveries will be unprecedented. We risk schism, civil war, and who is to say that this is not a plan to weaken us?
I understand your doubts, Your Eminence, but you yourself asked me to conduct the investigation. It seems to me that the best way to address this matter would be for you to go to the place yourself. Then you will see that what I have described to you is true.
I suppose you would not suggest such a thing if you had lied to me. But you are right. I need to see for myself what secrets this place hides.
I would also like to inform you that a member of the Ordo Luminis was part of the expedition. He tried several times to sabotage it, even killing many of his colleagues for it. And finally, he attacked us, as we were preparing to join San Matthias.
Who'd have thought that the remaining members of the Order would go to such extremes? But I fear these attacks are just a reflection of what will happen if your discoveries are made public.
Your Eminence, we are faced with a crucial choice for our nation. What does a man of faith do in such a dilemma? He prays and places his trust in the one who came before him and has shown more wisdom. Saint Matthias shows us a new way. If we are believers, can we really turn our backs on him?
You surprise me, Petrus. You who are always so political, yet your words seem sincere. You give me something to think about. Thank you.
If my people knew that the great sage they had long respected is the same man as your saint, and that your priests respected our culture as he did, they would be welcomed here as brothers.
And the Eden we wanted to build would be everywhere. You speak sense, Princess. Does anyone wish to add anything?
I understand your doubts about the future, which are inevitably caused by such a revelation. You hesitate just as St. Lucius did to tell us about the journey of his master. Yet in the end he revealed what he knew, and his words still guide Thélème today.
Thank you for your testimony. I will now retire to think about everything and make my decision. After careful consideration, I have decided that it is my duty to reveal your discoveries to the world. It will take years for our theologians to study all of this, but our dogma must follow the path opened by Saint Matthias.
Thank you, Your Eminence. I would be delighted to help with the study of these relics.
I don't doubt it, my dear. And I would like you to take me to see this cave. I look forward to worshipping at the place where our holy founder ended his days. As for you, Your Excellency, I thank you for the help you have given us. Your sincere insight has encouraged me to make this difficult decision.
It was my pleasure.
Let me also thank you, Your Excellency. Without you, we would still be in the shadows.
So, Quest auch fertig. Und 29. Vor allem, warum hatte ich vorhin nur so wenig Charisma eigentlich? Das ist schon ein bisschen bescheiden dann. So, und auch das Buch. Wie viele Nebenquests haben wir jetzt noch? Jetzt hier müssen wir noch sprechen und A4er.
Karanz, I need to talk to you. I have to ask you for another favor.
I'm listening, Siora.
Do you remember the mine shakers in my village?
Yes. If I understand correctly, there was some kind of an agreement made with them.
Even though these priests would make good allies against the lions because they hate them as much as we do, my mother would never have traded the spirits of the people of the village in exchange for their help. And she would have wanted to be buried according to our rituals. She was deeply attached to our traditions.
So you think that they're lying?
Yes. And you understand these Renaigse better than I do. Will you investigate this matter with me?
Of course. Let's go.
Ich komme mit Kurt auch noch in eine Mission, wer weiß. Ne, warte mal, es ist, glaube ich, ihre Endmission, ne? Hm.
Greenblood, my friend. Do you need something?
I must leave.
Ja, die Dings-Quest machen wir auch noch, aber später, die machen wir danach. Nee, ich will eigentlich nicht handeln, ich will zu meinem Questgeber.
Hello, my child. What a pleasure to see someone come to us with such eagerness. Do you want to hear the word of Saint Matthias and come into the light?
Not really, Father. My name is de Sardet. I'm the legate of the congregation.
Nice to meet you, Your Excellency. What can we do for you?
We would like to know more about the agreement you supposedly sealed with Bloodnid.
I do not see how our agreement concerns the congregation. But since you are asking us, we swore to provide this village with all our support in their fight against the Alliance.
In exchange, its inhabitants will have to renounce their pagan cult and turn towards the light.
My mother would never have made such an agreement. She's the one who encouraged me to become a Donegad.
The Queen had understood that the light was the only true path, even if she was attached to traditions. It is for this reason that we have accepted to seal our agreement according to your own rituals.
She had an engraver come to Val Ristel. He carved your strange symbols in the stone.
I do not believe a single word of this. You, the people of the light, are nothing but liars.
You would do well to hold your tongue, young lady. This village is now under our spiritual authority.
By not respecting us, you are committing blasphemy. And blasphemy is a crime that we punish severely.
Because you think that you can administer justice here. I am the daughter of Bladnid, and you are...
Siora, let's not get into another battle and make new enemies. Let's go find this stone.
That is an excellent idea. Then you will see that we are telling the truth.
Jetzt, wo ist dieser Stein? Da hinten. Alter.
Here's the stone we were looking for. It is destroyed. We can no longer decipher the symbols. Strange, isn't it?
This stone was damaged on purpose. We will never know the precise terms of the agreement.
There may be a way. Promises in stone are a very ancient tradition. Those who want to make these agreements must turn to a keeper of promises. An artisan who makes the stone speak. There are but a few. We did not have one in our village before Karadek's arrival. He must be the one who engraved this stone.
I thought you could not write.
The Donegada have a secret writing that the keepers of promises always learn. Those who want to seal a promise tell them to write, and they take care of it.
Jetzt muss ich wieder zurückreisen, oder was? Wo ist denn der? Ja, ich muss wieder zurückreisen. Oh, die haben 3 Goldmünzen dabei, ne? Das ist echt Peanuts.
Strange. It looks like no one's there, but the door's left open.
Empty. Everything is broken and turned upside down. A sculpted, engraved stone. What happened here?
It seems like there was a fight. Everything is scattered around.
This workshop was devastated on purpose.
The owner must have left in a hurry, taking a few things and destroying the rest.
Unless someone else did this. We must find Karadeg.
Do you know where he might be?
This engraved stone bears the mark of Baraeg Nodas, Doncass's clan. Do you remember him? Karadeg originally belonged to this clan. He may have returned.
Let's go to Vigigidor and we'll find out.
Noch mehr Beweise? Nö. Aber ich habe heute auch einen Frosch im Hals, das nervt. Muss mir alle paar Minuten räuspern. Wo ist mein Schnellreisepunkt? Da, das heißt, wir müssen nach da oben. Okay.
What brings you here, Honor Manawi?
We're looking for Karadeg, the Keeper of Promises.
Did he come back to your village?
He did come, and then he left. We could not take him back.
Did you exile him? Why?
He is the one who left. He disagreed with our stance on the Renaise. He thought that we should be fighting them, throwing them back to the sea. This is why he joined the Gaesrad. And I did not want him to return if it meant that he would bring his hatred with him.
Do you know where he might have gone?
He feared someone or something, and he wanted to hide. He must have left for the woods, south of here. He knows the area well. Is there anything else?
I must leave.
Qua Owlums.
Laufen wir richtig? Ja, Thomas. Kann ich jetzt darüber laufen? Ja. Ich denke, dass der wahrscheinlich sogar tot sein wird, der Hüter. Das wäre sonst zu auffällig, dass der ja noch lebt. Ja, er lebt doch noch? Ach.
Siora, Bertir Tumad Donegad. What are you doing with these strangers?
These strangers are my friends, Karadeg. You can speak in front of them without fear.
What do you want?
Tell me about your role as Keeper of Promises. What does it consist of?
Most words must be free and able to fly like birdsong. But some words must survive those who utter them. So they call on the Keepers of Promises. Those who want to become one must win the trust of the Donegada and prove their wisdom. Then They teach us the words of stone. And when someone wants to seal a promise, we offer them those words.
So you are a kind of cleric? Thank you, Karadeg.
Do you want to know anything else?
We would like to ask you about a stone you supposedly engraved.
It is the stone of the Renaigse, isn't it? I should never have accepted to seal such a promise. I did not like them, but I could not refuse to fulfill my duty. Not when Bladnid was demanding it. And now that she is no longer with us, these Monasinaiga are chasing me.
It is because you are the last person to know what was engraved on it. The stone has been destroyed.
I kept the piece of tree bark in which I prepared the glyphs. All the details are there.
With this tree bark, we could verify what my mother promised. Can you give it to us?
No, Donegad. I do not mean to disrespect you, but I will not. The Renaigse only bring us trouble, and you come with them. They will disappoint you just like they disappointed your mother. I do not want to deal with them ever again. They threaten my life, and because of them, I am forced to hide here.
Since you want to chase the Renaigse away, and since you want protection, why don't you join the rebels? We could indicate the location of one of their camps for you.
The rebels?
The Donea Exregao. They fight the Renaigse, and they accept people from all clans.
I have heard about them, but I didn't know where to find them.
We could help you find them, but we need this tree bark. It's the only way to prove that the priests lied.
In that case, take the tree bark. I hope that it will help you to chase these Renaigse away, Donegad. And I did not think I would say this one day. But thank you, Renaigse.
What do these glyphs say?
That we will assist the priests in their war against the lions, and they must help us in return. There is nothing about the spirits of the people of the village, or renouncing our traditions. I knew they were lying. Let's show this to Iselt.
Immerhin hast du direkt eine Schnellreise zurück. Das ist schon mal ein Riesenvorteil. Wo sind die denn jetzt hier? Wir informieren erstmal, bevor wir die konfrontieren. Attackieren oder wie auch immer. Also je nachdem, wie du dich am Ende entscheidest, stirbt so oder so alles.
Siora, Asir, always with your new friends. Bertir to Madiseld, I'm happy to see you. What do you want?
Azeld, about this pact your mother supposedly made with the priests.
Yes. Did you find anything new?
We went to Falristel to see the stone.
Were you able to read it, Siora?
No, because it was destroyed by someone. I am certain that the priests did it to protect their lies.
You're probably right, but for as long as we cannot prove it...
We retrieved the piece of tree bark that Karadeg used as a model.
Siora, what's written on it?
Mother promised to help them against the lions, and they promised to help us in return. There's nothing mentioned about them settling here. And even less about them being entitled to the spirits of the people of our village.
So they lied. They mocked us and insulted the memory of our mother.
I think it's high time they left. Don't you agree?
I think so too. Come on, let's go. You lied to us. You took us for gullible children. Leave this village at once. You will never be welcome here again.
But if you want our help with the Alliance, your people must convert to the light.
By lying, you have insulted the memory of the Queen. The entire village will be happy to make you pay for your affront if they hear about it. You do well to leave before having to face their wrath.
We are not here to shed blood.
Very well, we're leaving. But we will not forget your role in this matter, Your Excellency.
Also auf Tilene, ganz ehrlich.
I did not think they would leave of their own accord. Thank you, Onol Manawi. Thanks to you, we managed to chase away these lawyers. And we will be able to perform our rituals and give our mother back to the earth. Yes. Thank you. Our village is in your debt. Siora, I will need you for the ritual. Will you help me? Of course, Asir.
So, ist die Quest auch fertig. So, weiß ich nur nicht, wie das ist mit der Romanzen.
Do you need something?
How did you know that those missionaries were lying? After all, given the situation, your mother could have wanted to form an alliance.
I knew my mother well. We were close. She would never have renounced her beliefs to forge an alliance.
I think I understand. Your island, your culture, and your faith are so closely tied that you cannot renounce one without renouncing the others.
Exactly. The earth talks to us because we believe in it, in its spirits. Without these beliefs, we would be but empty shells. Our mother would never have wanted that for us. I am happy to see that you understand us so well. Anything else?
Why are you and your sister so different?
If you're talking about physical differences, they're linked to the fact that Iseld is not Onol Manawi. When we were little, we were perfectly identical. But our tempers were always different.
I have no trouble believing it. And I'm glad that out of the two sisters, it is the gentler one who is by my side now.
Gentler? Really? The lion soldier on the battlefield would not have agreed. Anything else?
I've never heard you talk about your father.
Haben wir schon gesprochen. Ja, haben wir schon
My
gesprochen.
mother never really. Anything else?
Nein.
I must leave you.
Doch gar nicht, warum. Mal gucken, bei Kurt, wenn wir da noch was haben.
Do you need something?
Haben wir, glaube ich, auch schon alles gehabt, ne?
What is your
Schauen wir mal eben alles durch.
What?
Dann haben wir auch alles, ne? Ja, ich weiß nicht warum. Muss gleich mal googeln, wie das geht. So, wir haben eine Schnellreise. So, gehen wir mal ins nächste Lager. Gefährten versammeln. Nein, falsche Taste.
Desarde, I'm happy to see you. I can't wait to find this famous cave of knowledge and what it contains. I could probably go alone, but just think about what you could learn, and not only about yourself. Don't you want to understand where your face markings come from?
You were right, Afra. I will accompany you.
Thank you, Desarde. Let's return to Duncas's village. Our new friends will surely be able to tell us more about this cave.
Und da waren wir gerade erst. So, dann machen wir die Quest noch eben, dann google ich gleich mal, wie das ist wegen den Romanzen. Aber vielleicht haben wir auch irgendwas verkackt bei den Leuten, ohne es zu wissen. Das ist auch möglich. Oder gibt es bei dem überhaupt Romanzen? Ich bin mir nicht mehr sicher. Ich meine aber ja.
We are happy to see you again. You will always be welcomed as friends here.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you too. But we came to ask you something.
Of course. What do you want?
When we participated in the Duncas meditation, He spoke of a cave of knowledge you had to go to.
And you want to see it? You still wish to learn how we become bound? It is a very sacred place. Only those who will become Donegada may enter there.
That's right, Year One. But they saved my life.
If someone finds out that we have helped the Renaigse to enter a sacred place, they will refuse to bind me.
Dunkus will never do such a thing. What needs to be done will happen, no matter what.
You're probably right.
Look for the entrance in the Vethat Ganadu. Entering there will not be easy, but you will have to discover the rest by yourself. Like true apprentices.
Thank you, Morian. And fear not. No one will ever learn what you have entrusted us with.
Ich muss mal kurz googeln. Sekunde. Vielleicht haben wir es auch schon verkackt. Wäre nämlich auch möglich. Ich habe so das Gefühl, wir haben das schon verkackt, glaube ich. Bin mir nicht sicher. Weil das sind keine richtigen Informationen, die ich da bekomme. Wow. Hm. Also ich bin mir da nicht so sicher. Ja, genau, der Lauf von A nach B Simulator. Ich habe so das Gefühl, wir haben das schon verkackt mit den Romanzen bei allen. Nur noch nicht bei Sierra aktuell. Also irgendwie... ich bin mir da nicht hundertprozentig sicher. Also, wo muss ich denn jetzt hin? Ich keine Option habe, mit ihnen zu flirten. Es müsste normalerweise noch was auftauchen. Und dann müssten die sich im Schlafzimmer treffen. Oder wir müssen das nächste Mal gucken, wenn wir ihn dabei haben, dass wir nach oben gehen. Ob er dann was sagt. Ich muss nach oben laufen. Ich muss eine Schnellreise haben. Ja, Togo, war ein Einkaufssimulator, war ein Koop. Warte, was ist eine Mission für uns?
Karans, could you help me once more?
What is it?
I must prepare the ritual for our mother's funeral, and I think that I will need your help.
But your sister will be there. Surely you'd rather be together.
For the ritual, yes, it will only be the two of us. But before that, your support would be a great help. But finish what you are doing first. We will talk about it later. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Okay, anscheinend habe ich muss nachher mal gucken, wenn wir in irgendein Haupthaus gehen und Kurt dann dabei haben, ob dann was passiert. Weil anscheinend haben wir es dann sonst verkackt mit der Romanze bei ihm. Weil ich die falschen Antworten gegeben habe. Also ich habe auch noch Kuchen, so ist es nicht. Den können wir nachher auch essen. Tugo, hatte ich dir das gesagt, dass die immer noch über die Spikes drüber kommen, manche von denen? Also irgendwie, wenn die da drüber klettern und dann fallen die irgendwie dann hinten runter, weil die irgendwie dann doch getroffen werden. Ich habe so das Gefühl, dass das nicht ganz funktioniert. Ich denke, dass das vielleicht auch so ein bisschen buggy ist. Und der Strom geht, zum Teil zumindest aktuell.
At last we made it here.
Aber ich zeig's dir dann Samstag.
Look around. There has to be a way.
This stone and this door remind me of the place where the Tiana Hakkadactors went into hiding.
You're right. We'll probably have to use a seed here as well.
But we don't know which.
Willst du es denn heute durchziehen? Willst du heute Ende spielen? Ich glaube, so lange ist das gar nicht. 5 oder 6 Stunden hat das nur.
Hey, what are you doing here?
We could ask you the same question.
Except we found this place first. The treasure is ours. So I suggest you disappear. Fast.
Listen, we didn't mean to bother you. We were only exploring the area. But perhaps you could tell us exactly what you're doing here.
You look like nobility, and we don't want any trouble. We also are, explorers. We discover secret places. That type of thing.
Really? And you found one near here?
Yeah. We managed to convince a savage to talk to us. And he told us there's a holy cave not far from here. The kind of place where the natives hide their treasures. But be careful, eh? It's ours.
And how do you plan on entering this cave?
Well, with enough explosives, we'll eventually get through those roots blocking the entrance. It's only a matter of time.
I see. Very subtle. And the islander didn't tell you anything about this?
He didn't really have the time. And he didn't have a key on him. Just some bloody seeds. Anyway, now that you know what we're doing here, you'd better leave.
Listen, I don't want to worry you, but you are taking a big risk by staying around here. When the Islanders clan notice his disappearance, they will come for him. You can imagine what will happen then.
Yeah, you're not wrong. With the time it will take to craft enough explosives, we may end up with a whole tribe after us. Never mind, guys. We're leaving, fast!
Here is my offering to the Cave of Knowledge.
Aber die Sachen jetzt dafür bekommen. Ich habe es jetzt nicht genau gesehen.
There. Place the seed on the stone.
Okay, jetzt habe ich einen anderen Weg gefunden, oder wie? Die Karte ist sehr so unübersichtlich einfach. Leute, ihr steht im Weg, geht da weg. Okay, ist der falsche Weg. Wir hätten uns einfach reinspringen können.
It seems like this painting depicts some kind of ritual.
Yes. The character at the center is pouring blood on a stone. And one of these giant creatures that the natives call Nardigs is present.
The location looks like the stone circle where we met the two young natives. The character has changed. He now resembles an Onol Manawi.
You're right. They even depict his bond to the forest. Someone's coming. Let's hide. If anyone finds us here, we're sure to lose the trust of the islanders.
Welche Seite?
Esco halen, esco valg med agengo selerge mantadabem, avenundanum.
Mach, es boglin daiga ni dau. A yigi dames etier komalei.
Kairto, Morian, ages radai de radi dauem tairger began.
Kau den nes greta komolei. Nas oltargotu, vrektetet mad advat. Abud antadab me en ekekam. No adaholeg.
The paintings in the cave were magnificent and have taught us so much. It is obvious that they depict the bonding ritual and its consequences. It is by pouring their blood on the raised stones that the natives become metamorphs.
I'm not really sure if I follow you.
And yet it's clear to see. The islanders think that their ritual has magic consequences, but there must be some sort of contamination in their blood as they pour it. The only way to verify this theory is to attend a full ritual. We must attend Yewan's.
How will we know when it takes place?
Dunkus said it would take place after the young people visited the cave, and they will most likely need some preparation. We should go to the Holy Circle of Kurganau tomorrow. What do you say? Will you come with me?
I hope that Dunkus will not be too angry after seeing us there.
Let's take some time to rest, and then we'll go back to the place where we met them.
Muss ich erst wieder irgendwie durch die Gegend laufen. Ah. Ja, ich denke auch, so viel müsstest du nicht mehr haben. Ich habe das Spiel ja schon zweimal gesehen, deswegen weiß ich ja noch, was kommt. So viel hast du eigentlich nicht mehr. Du müsstest jetzt die Hälfte ungefähr haben. Hast du denn eine Vermutung, wer der Bösewicht ist oder worum es so einigermaßen geht? Keine Sorge, ich werde dir nichts spoilern. Bin mal gespannt auf deine Theorie. Bin ich jetzt... komm da von geradeaus. Keine Ahnung. Okay. Also zu viel durcheinander im Endeffekt, ne? Aber ich kann dir mal einen Tipp geben. Merk dir mal den Kopf, den du gesehen hast, die beiden aus dem Prolog und den Campleiter. Die musst du dir merken. Mehr sage ich dir nicht. Und ich habe mir jetzt heute das Ende komplett durchgeguckt von Final Fantasy VII. Diesen Rebirth-Teil, der da ja rausgekommen ist. Alter Falter. Das ist richtig geil gemacht, muss ich sagen, ne? Also geht das schon Richtung Spoiler. Ich habe nur gesagt, dass du die merken sollst. Ich habe nicht gesagt, in welche Richtung das geht. Ich habe nur gesagt, dass du die merken sollst. Das ist noch kein Spoiler. Spoiler wäre es gewesen, wenn ich dir verraten hätte, wie es weitergeht. Oder wie es endet. Dann wäre es ein Spoiler. Aber ich habe nur gesagt, du sollst den Namen merken. Mehr nicht. Aber Final Fantasy VII ist richtig geil gemacht. Alter Falter. Das ist gerade die Hauptquest, ne? Wollte ich nicht? Ja, wäre schön, wenn das jetzt auf den PC kommen würde. Da warte ich noch drauf. Aber ist echt geil gemacht. Das ist echt super. Ist quasi der Teil, sobald du auf der Weltkarte bist, bis Richtung Ende CD1 ist das. Von früher. Das ist so der Part, den sie da reingemacht haben. Und ich denke, die nächsten Sachen, die werden wahrscheinlich noch ein paar Jahre dauern. Und ich denke, dass du den Teil wahrscheinlich auch als extra Part bekommen wirst. So wie jetzt auch, dass du das als DLC nachher aussuchen kannst. Wo ist denn die Quest mit Konstantin? Achso, ich muss 24 Stunden warten, ne? Ich warte im Endeffekt auch noch darauf, dass es für den PC rauskommt. Ja, aber auch, glaube ich, das einzigste Spiel, was ich dieses Jahr jetzt noch holen würde, was mir jetzt einfällt. Was ich jetzt irgendwie interessant finden würde. Oder ich würde halt warten, mal gucken, ich weiß es noch nicht. Wir haben ja gestern darüber gesprochen wegen Vorbestellung.
Your curiosity is truly unquenchable.
Forgive our intrusion, Dunkus. But I really want to attend Yewan's ritual. I have learned a lot thanks to you, but I still have so much left to understand.
If you were one of ours, Afra, I would be flattered to have such an inquisitive and resolute apprentice. You can attend the ritual, but promise me that you will be discreet. No Renaigse ever had this honor before.
We will do everything in our power to prove ourselves worthy of your trust, Dunkus.
Soll ich jetzt machen? Also sprich mit den Mitgliedern.
How are you? You must be feeling impatient.
Impatient, yes, and a little bit afraid as well.
It's only natural to be afraid, Yerwan. It's a new life starting for you. But I will be by your side, now and forever.
Times really must have changed for some Renaigse to attend our rituals. These are very different from the others. Their leader is an Onol Menawi after all.
I know I look like them, but I'm not one of them.
You may not be bonded, but your parents must have been. You should be proud and happy about it. It is probably thanks to your bond that Donkas has accepted your presence.
You look preoccupied.
Our people have suffered many lions attacks, often during rituals. In some villages, all the young Sinalmanawi were abducted. You seem different from the other Zafra, but I can't help worrying.
I have nothing to do with these attacks, Dunkus, I swear.
I believe you. Otherwise, you would not be here with us. But I hope that your brothers will not be there in the shadows, ready to pounce on our children.
You look preoccupied.
Our people have
Ja, das haben wir schon gehabt, ja, ja. Soll ich, ach so, ich muss da rüber.
Aruich Nestiri, Adesta Marar Mam.
Meneda, You are an Onolmanawi now, Yawan. And soon you will heal the earth by our sides, like a real Donegard.
Thank you, Dunkus. I feel so proud.
I am so happy that we can be Voglendaiga together at last.
What about you, Afra? Did you find the answers you were looking for?
It's strange. I didn't exactly understand what happened, but I am moved.
Some events must be understood with the heart, not the head.
It seems like you are right, Dunkus.
We are under attack.
Grab the young metamorph. The others don't matter.
The lions want to take our children.
They won't touch you. Desade, we have to protect them.
You can count on me.
You're running out of energy. Drink a potion.
Your curiosity, Afra, has saved lives. If it weren't for you, people from my village would have been abducted or killed. I am infinitely grateful, especially considering that fighting against your brothers could not have been easy.
Indeed. These people were brutes. They had it coming. However, you don't know how right you are, Dunkus. I recognize some of these men.
Really? Did they belong to the governor's court?
No. They worked for my former master, Dr. Asili. I was his student for a long time before I realized that this man's methods were questionable. He was so obsessed with his goals that he became cruel. But I can't believe he'd go as far as abducting people for his experiments.
You think that the Onol Manawi are used for experiments?
Now that I have seen these soldiers, I am certain of it. And I'm afraid they may suffer atrocious treatment under the guise of scientific progress. I am so ashamed.
Come now, shame serves no purpose. And you are proof that the lions are not all the same.
Thank you, Dunkus. And thank you, Desade. You opened my eyes.
Cool, auch fertig. Sehr schön. Jetzt müssen wir die mit Sierra machen. Vielleicht kommt da noch irgendwas an Nebenquest. Abschied der Königin, genau. Mal gucken, dass ich jetzt hier wieder... Vorne ist das Lager. Wegkomme. Das ist alles Geldmacherei, natürlich, aber es ist auch viel Arbeit, die man da investiert. Und ich fand das, was ich gesehen habe, sehr gut gemacht. Ich finde es schade, dass man halt nur einen Teil in dem Fall macht. So den 7. Teil und nicht die anderen Teile auch. Mal gucken, was jetzt hier steht. Ich will erstmal gucken hier. Jetzt will ich wissen, ist das als DLC gelistet? Gezückten Dolchen, ja. Okay, dann werden wir das separat machen. 47. Ja. Machen wir erstmal die Hauptstory durch, danach das DLC.
Karans, I must return to my village to prepare my mother. But fear, will you come with me?
Of course. I'd be happy to be by your side. Let's go.
Wenn das mit ihr gleich und die Romanze klappen sollte, dann haben wir die anderen verkackt, definitiv. Dann haben wir falsch geantwortet. Aber dass das so pingelig ist, wusste ich jetzt auch nicht. Speichern nochmal eben.
Siora, Asir, always with your new friends. Bertir to Madiseld, I'm happy to see you. What do you want?
I'm only here to accompany Siora.
I came to give our mother back to the earth, Iselt. It is high time we did, I know. Performing the ritual might help me feel less empty. Iselt, I miss her too. Did you go to Vasrigan? No. Preparing the place is the role of the Donegada. I was afraid I would not do things properly.
Ein Grabhügel, okay. Wo ist der? Gleich wird es wieder hell, weil wir die Tür aufmachen. Ich mag das nicht, wenn das so hell ist. Da hinten. Ja, dann. Hast du noch genug Wein übrig für den Stream nachher? Oder hast du gestern alles leer gemacht? Halb voll? Ah, okay. Da hast du ja nachher noch genug für den Stream. Weil nicht, aber warum sollte es richten? Ja, ich muss auch noch welche holen. Oder Whisky. Ich habe von einer Arbeitskollegin ein Whisky-Set, also 2 Whisky-Gläser mit Totenköpfen geschenkt bekommen zum Geburtstag.
This is where I will perform the ritual. This burial mound has been the final resting place of our queens for generations. It must be prepared before we can start the ritual. Something's wrong. Normally, you would hear the birds singing in this place.
What do you mean?
She's right. Something isn't quite normal.
There. Tamelands. This is not their natural habitat at all. We cannot leave them here, so close to the burial mound. See any around here. They must have
Iran, ich habe keine Elementarfallen mehr.
The burial mound.
In that case, we have no choice but to destroy their nests. Otherwise, they'll just keep coming back.
You are right. We cannot let these carnivores roam so close to my mother's remains.
No magic. Drink a potion.
Hey, warum? Jetzt gerade sehr gewundert, warum der wieder auftaucht hier.
Will no longer trouble the peace of our queen. All we have to do now is to take care of the ceremony.
Is there anything else to prepare?
Of course. We will need some censers crafted especially for the ritual.
Where can we find them?
It would be ideal if we could craft them ourselves, but otherwise the village artisan probably sells them. And I will also need some mortuary lotion. I will have to coat my mother's body with it before giving her back to the earth. I will give you a list of all the ingredients because we will have to prepare it ourselves. The merchants won't sell it. Once we have gathered these last items, then Isolde and I will be able to perform the ritual. I thank you for being by my side and helping me the way you are. It means a lot to me.
Don't mention it, Siora.
Okay, wie kriege ich die Sachen jetzt? Weil es wäre jetzt ziemlich beschissen, wenn ich jetzt irgendwo hinreisen muss und dann wieder den ganzen Weg hier hochlaufen muss. Aber ich glaube, ich habe keine andere... Oder haben wir dann eine Werkbank drin, dass wir die selber herstellen können? Ich glaube nicht, ne? Muss man eben gucken. Ne. Okay, dann muss ich irgendwo hinreisen. Müssten ja irgendwo hinreißen, was relativ lange dauert, ne? Dass wir diesen Werkbank bekommen. So, wie viele Räuchergefäße hatten wir? Räuchergefäße haben wir schon. So, dann... Müssen wir mal gucken. Hat Kurt jetzt noch irgendwas? Warte. Kurt.
Green blood, my friend. Do you need something?
Ja.
I must leave.
Ich glaube, die Romanze haben wir mit ihm verkackt. Habe ich so das dumme Gefühl. Normalerweise müsste hier dann eine Zwischensequenz kommen. Ja.
Karanz, do you need something?
I must leave.
Das war auch gerade ein Ausrufezeichen. Oh.
Karanz, do you need something?
I must leave you. See you later.
Hier müssen wir die Sachen da runterbringen, oder was? Ah,
Here
okay.
we are. It is on this stone altar that we will place the body of my mother. We must place a censer where her head will be, and another near her feet. And then you will have done everything you could to help me. And I am infinitely grateful for it. Your presence by my side means a lot to me. But only my sister and I can participate in the ceremony. This is how our ritual of the dead is performed. Do you understand? There. Everything is in place. Thanks again, Onol Manawi. My sister should be joining me soon. You should wait outside. Oh, these rituals are demanding. But they help us to say goodbye to those we love. You have been a true friend. A Karans, accepting to help me the way you did. Thank you. I will never forget the kindness you displayed. Conforming to our customs and staying by my side.
It's only natural, Siora. I know what it feels like to lose someone who was dear to you.
We should go now. It is time to return to the living.
Dann wäre die Quest ja jetzt auch fertig. Aber ist die Frage, was ist mit ihrer Romanze?
Karans, do you need something?
Oder kommt das alles noch? Achso, warte, was sie jetzt vorhat?
What do you intend to do now? Will you become the Donegad of your clan again?
I will most likely do it, but not now. I still have a lot to discover by your side.
I hope that you do not feel constrained to do so. I would completely understand if you had to go back to your people.
You are a noble-hearted woman, and a true Onol Manawi. Do not worry. I'm not staying because I feel constrained to do so, but because I like being with you all. And especially with you. Anything else?
I must leave you. See you later.
Ich glaube, mit ihr haben wir auch die Romanze verkackt. Oder ja, gar nicht erst bekommen, denke ich. Ich bin mir nicht sicher. Weil bei dem Spiel ist es ein bisschen komplizierter, so wie es aussieht. So, wir müssen zur nächsten Stelle reisen. Das heißt, ich speichere nochmal. Ja, dann werden wir wohl in dem Spiel wohl keine Romanze haben. Oder da kommt noch mehr, dass sobald wir die Hauptquest haben, dass erst dann die ganzen Sachen freigeschaltet werden. Das ist natürlich auch möglich. Aber ich weiß, dass das damals mit ihr ging. Weil wenn das jetzt nicht jetzt eine Hauptmission sind, dann machen wir das Spiel durch und werden uns morgen um das DLC kümmern. Und mein Mana ist so schnell leer. So, jetzt muss ich gucken. Wir müssen da lang. Nein, ich brauche keinen Vertraggeber. Ich flirte nicht mit Frauen. Flirten er mit mir und ich verstehe es nicht. Und stehe dann da und frage mich dann, was die von mir wollten. Ich verstehe sowas eh nicht, wenn die Leute mit mir flirten. Ich bin zu doof für sowas, muss ich leider dazu sagen.
Bird Tirtomad on Almanawi. Esqueto.
Hello. I'm sorry, but I do not speak your language.
Really? Then you are a Renaigse. I have never met one with the bond. Might I do something for you?
I am looking to find Vinbar, the High King of Tirfredi. And I was told that he was born in this village. He disappeared after visiting the heart of the island. But I was hoping someone here might know where he is hiding.
You should speak with Sarah. She is the companion of our king.
Where might I find her?
I do not know. She left the village and I have not seen her in several days. Anything else?
Goodbye.
Wa'awalem seg.
Aber was soll ich jetzt herausfinden? Ich soll den befragen, warum wir den Norwegen hochführen. Ich dann sagt das doch.
Might I do something for you?
What can you tell me about the High King? You must know him well.
He is a great Donegad. Wise, just, and through him, the Enon Milfrictimen makes their voice be known. But he has been gone for several moons. What the mountain gives us, sometimes it takes away. And I, for one, believe that the mountain has taken him back. Anything else?
What can you tell me about your village?
Wenshavar means the water of the peaks in our language. The sky is our roof, the mountain our cradle, and the birds our companions. They offer us their feathers that we weave with wool to make clothing that is appreciated by the Donegada. And also, of course, it is the village that has given birth to the one chosen for our Hoi King for many cycles. Anything else?
Tell me about Sarah.
She is a ferocious warrior. And like I told you, she is the Menundanem, the companion of the Hoi King. They gave themselves one to the other many cycles ago. And their bond is very strong. Perhaps that is why she has left. Because she no longer could bear his absence. Anything else?
Goodbye.
Wa'awalem seg.
Mit den anderen kann ich nicht sprechen.
Tirtumad, it is rare to see Renaigse here. Is there something I can do for you?
I'm looking for High King Vinbar. I know that he disappeared after having visited the heart of the island. But someone here in his village might know where he went after that.
If anyone knows, it would be Sarah. But you will not find her here. Anything else?
What can you tell me about your village?
Wenshavar is a place of peace and meditation. The troubles with Renaigse are far from here. We weave feathers, and we do not interfere with the problems on the plains.
It seems strange that one of your own became High King.
It was because of his wisdom that he was chosen, in a time where those from the faraway islands were not yet here. Anything else?
You seem to be close to Sarah. Could you tell me about her?
She is my friend. She is a great warrior. One of the village's greatest protectors. But her love for Vinbar is stronger than our friendship. and stronger than her duties to the village.
I am afraid for her, Renaigse. Afraid of what she might do in order not to lose him.
Because she is untamable. And when she makes her mind about something, she does not change it. Anything else?
Thank you for your help.
Wa aulemsek.
So viele Leute habe ich da gar nicht hier zum Befragen. Einen habe ich schon da oben. Oder habe ich jetzt irgendwas übersehen?
When this day and also anything.
Gib das nochmal eben durch. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich jetzt irgendwo was vergessen habe.
Tell me. Goodbye.
Das sind nur die beiden, die ich befragen kann.
Is there some...
What?
When we
It's
eat and...
You must...
But he and him and...
You see?
She
But
because any...
Would you know
She
what do you...
our... His... She when we have any...
Thank you.
So, jetzt habe ich alles durch. Es sind nur 2 Leute, die ich hier habe zum Befragen. Er sagt mir immer noch, ich sollte die Leute befragen. Range. Ja, Level 30. Ich glaube, wir machen gleich erstmal die anderen Quests mit Konstantin weiter. Ich komme nämlich jetzt nicht dahinter, warum er mir da den Weg nicht sagt. Er sagt mir, ich soll da Leute befragen, obwohl ob ich da alle befragt habe. Geh mal da hinten runter.
The tents are lacerated by what looks like claws. And there are traces of blood everywhere. Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep. By beasts? Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and animals were amongst the assailants. However, our men reacted properly. They were armed and they fled as best they could. There are no bodies, and no sign of the presence of Constantine or Katasak. Perhaps they were in another place, and the soldiers wanted to join them. We need to follow the tracks. This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the area and taken this path followed by their assailants. This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Katasak and Constantine were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinol Menawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Katasak wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. But there are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find. The corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers fought dearly to the end. Neither Constantine nor Katasak are amongst them. A crater, without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures. This blade is a native ritual knife, and this bowl contained a potion. Someone wanted to perform a ritual here. Could Katasak have found a better means to alleviate Constantine's symptoms? Constantine and Katasak must have been visiting this place, perhaps performing some sort of healing ritual. When the attack took place, the soldiers intervened and many fell during the fight, but a group escaped down this path. We need to continue following their tracks. More tracks. Footprints. The ones who got away fled this way.
Verbrennende Bäume.
These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat. Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched in flames. No signs of an explosion. Can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions. New footprints. It looks as if a group met up and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only corpses of our own men. Where could these other soldiers have come from?
These are coin guard. but I couldn't tell you if they served the Bridge Alliance or Thélème.
More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on them?
Und hier ist auch nichts mehr abgebildet, interessanterweise, ne? Ich habe einfach mal geradeaus durchgucken, ob da irgendwas dann sich ändert.
There are footprints. Only a handful made it up here. The path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantine or Catasac.
Found the Dara Grimadarum Dam!
These rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. But what could have happened here? I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see. These vials look familiar. Catasac used the very same to stock his potions. He came all the way here. I'm going to pick them up. According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the Bridge Alliance close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge be in some way linked to this attack? That makes no sense. I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantine. What have you gotten yourself into again? Very well. Let's sum things up. Constantine and Catasac definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual. But they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path. No one would have attacked Catasac.
Unless he himself was behind it. He's a powerful Donegat. The beasts obey him.
How could you even think something like that? He is a healer. He brought comfort to your cousin.
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantine captive, he can now apply leverage to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. Regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. Perhaps we could return to Wenxavier in order to learn more. Catasac may have returned there. His Voglendyke might be able to tell us where to find him. We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers participated in the combat. Or at least the end of it. They must have some stories to tell us.
I doubt that the Alliance would have decided to openly attack their ally. Don't forget that they owe their continued presence on the island to you.
And thanks to you, too. But their men were there on the cliff. And Constantine is no longer among us. Maybe those men are still loyal to the preceding commander. However, one way or another, Constantine is in danger. Let us be on our way without further delay.
Ah, da hinten. Kann ich von ihr aus? Ne, hier kann ich nicht runterspringen, ne? Ja.
Colonials? You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I owe the honor?
De Sardet. I am legate of the Congregation of Merchants on this island.
A legate? Here? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get many official sorts around here. Captain Idris. I am the ranking officer in charge of this Bridge Alliance outpost. What can I do for you, milady?
I am looking for Constantin d'Orsay, the island governor of the Congregation of Merchants.
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rattle?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive, wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is a joke. We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived and would eventually return.
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the cliff top?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping...
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well? You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary risks.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me? I can see how difficult your present situation has become. I'm certain you haven't been paid either for quite some time. I cannot solve all of your problems. But what would you say if I took care of that one at least?
A little gold would certainly improve the morale of my men. One of the men I'd posted there returned during the night.
A survivor? Excellent. Did he tell you what happened?
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed unconscious 2 steps past the doorway. Our nurse sits with him, but there is little hope that he will come back to himself. His wounds are extremely serious. He's just refusing to die.
I am sorry to hear that, Captain. Perhaps we could do something for him.
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps you can do something to help the poor boy. I can't take it anymore. To lose another man. Anything else?
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
What are you doing there? This is an infirmary!
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain told me you might need my help.
That is very kind of him. But alas, it's a little late.
What are you saying? Is the soldier...
No, he still lives. But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stocks. I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him to survive?
Yes, at least I think so. It's a known potion that heals burns.
I see. Give me the recipe. We'll go and see that it's prepared for you.
Thank you. Because of you, this poor boy might be able to survive his wounds.
Ja, wenn du guten Skill hast, kannst du auch alles herstellen.
Were you able to concoct the potion against burns?
Yes, I was. Might we administer it?
Give it to me. I'll take care of this. We must wait and be patient now.
Will he make it?
I hope so. We'll know soon enough. This potion is extremely potent.
And if he survives, when could we speak to him?
Come back tomorrow at the same time. We'll know more then.
Very well. I'll come back tomorrow.
See you soon. And thank you again for your help.
Aber wir haben auch keine Möglichkeit, hier irgendwo zu schlafen oder sonst so, ne? Wir müssen erstmal komplett zurückrennen.
Hello, soldier. How are you doing?
Better. A lot better. Are you the one who saved me? The nurse told me.
I simply prepared the potion that she told me how to make. Nothing more. Could you tell me what happened during the attack?
I will try. They're not really memories I'm fond to bring back. A lot of my friends died up there. We were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement. It had been a couple of days when we heard sounds of fighting not far from our position. Men were screaming in our own language. So we went to see what was happening. Soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire ill.
Konstantin Katasak and his escort. Who were they fighting against?
Dozens of wild animals. They seemed completely enraged and intent on devouring them. And there were flames.
Flames? Where were they coming from?
I don't know. My friends and other soldiers fell one after the other. I didn't see everything. All was blood and confusion with beasts and fire. But I thought I saw another islander. Big. He's the one who took the sickened man. There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I was wounded and I passed out. I came to when I heard voices of islanders approaching. Rebels. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish off the wounded. I got up with difficulty and fled. I dragged myself here. And you know the rest.
I'm going to have to go and find these rebels.
You shouldn't do that. They killed all of my friends. You take a great risk.
That's enough. Rest now. You're still far from having recovered.
Yes. It's best I leave you now. I've learned enough. I'll have a word with your captain. Goodbye.
Excellency, I was told that you saved my soldier. Thank you. You can't imagine what this means to us.
Please. I did nothing more than follow the instructions your nurse gave me.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. I was able to question your man, and he told me what he saw. He and his company heard sounds of the attack, and they went to investigate. My cousin's escort were nearly annihilated by animals that jumped out from all sides. A strange sorcerer controlled them. It was he that took my cousin.
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. I knew that they'd be behind all of this. They must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought he would make the perfect hostage. I'm sorry. I would give you some men, but...
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there, I will free him.
Like you freed the scholars. You're a good woman, Excellency. Thank you again for saving my soldier.
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Die Stimme der Toten, wo ist die denn jetzt hier? Sitzt im Chat und sagt hier.
You've no magic left. Drink a potion.
Genug Mana, nicht genug Adrenalin. Was denn jetzt hier? Entscheidet euch doch mal.
Hello. Renaigse, there you are again. What do you want?
To speak to you about my cousin's capture and the massacre of his escort. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that you were present on the battlefield. I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here to harm you. I only seek to find the man I consider to be my brother, as well as the man who was protecting him. Katasak, one of your greatest Donegad.
No Donea Exregao would attack Katasach.
If you didn't attack him, you must know what happened to them. I was told that an islander took my cousin away. Perhaps your men were there to aid them.
We do not have your cousin, and we do not know what happened to him. As for Katasach, and the worst, Tire, he died from his wounds. That night, we heard the sounds of a terrible combat. The ground shook all the way to our homes. We went to see, but we arrived too late. The last breath of Katasach had returned to the wind when we arrived there, and many of the Renaigse were dead. We could do no more. We carried the body of the Donegad and brought it here.
He gave his life to protect Constantine. May he rest in peace. This request might surprise you, but we would like to see him.
Why? What do you want to do with him, Renaigse?
Examine him, to understand what killed him. We were told that an island native was there, and that he likely led the attack.
No Donea Exregao would attack Katasach. You have been lied to, or they were mistaken.
That is the very reason I need to see his body. To understand.
You may see him. But if you desecrate his body, you will pay for this offense with your life.
Dass die mir mal gleich in die Wäsche wollen, ey. Wenn du nur schief anguckst, obwohl er tot ist, dann ziehe ich dir die Haare ab. So nach dem Motto. Weil die Haut ab. Da hinten, Ecke. Müsste das so kreuz und quer machen hier?
Katasach. Seeing the state of his body, I hate myself for having suspected him. Forgive me, Donegad, to have doubted your loyalty. And even more for what we are about to do. Now then. Let's see what story this corpse has to tell. The corpse retains the marks of a bludgeoning. There are large bruises all over it. I can see no wounds that could be attributed to a blade or musket shot. The main wound is found on the chest, which was crushed by something tremendous, to the extent that the skin has been torn, and the ribs are in pieces and the organs punctured. The edges of the wound are singed and smell of burnt flesh. There is a powdery spot on this wound, as if from ash or dusty gravel. Katasach bore the brunt of this attack of incredible force. I would venture to say it was inhuman. I can only imagine one thing that would have inflicted such a wound. It's as if an enormous burning stone hit him right in the center of the chest. And seeing as how the bodies of the soldiers we found were sporting wounds of a similar nature, we can deduce that we are tracking a man or a creature capable of using molten rock as a weapon.
I can't imagine an Adaig behaving like this. It is not their way. That they might attack careless hunters or warriors, true, but to attack Katasach, the power to call volcano fires, could only be that of a guardian. No simple man wields mountain fire.
We still don't really know who is actually behind this attack, nor what they want. Judging by the severity of these wounds, I fear the worst for Constantine.
All your experiments. You've learned so little. You've learned to fear. Your instincts should have been enough.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned? Or angered by what happened to Katasach?
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives, your relentless attacks and incessant treacheries. All the same, there is truth in your words. This attack is out of place. Guardian and Donegad would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us. Anatalas Fair.
The Anatalas Fair? What is it? Tell me more.
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful bond to both spirits and nature can perform. It allows the Doneigad who chants it to relive the last moments of an Onol Manawi.
That would allow us to at least see the face of his assassin.
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge, only one Doneigad still living knows the ritual.
Let's ask her for her help then. She might be able to tell us what has become of Constantine.
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your own concerns. Imagine the pain of the wounds of another, shaking your body as the cold of death crushes your beating heart. This is what you must ask of the Tiernahach. It is the price she must pay for performing the ritual. When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against your own, she wanted to live that death beside her. Since that day, our Tiernahach Gedachtas has never breathed air with the same breath.
That would explain her distrust of the colonials.
You must make her see your purpose. It may be the only way you are going to learn the fate of your cousin.
Und die ist wo? Die ist irgendwo da hinten. Okay, dann machen wir Feierabend für heute. Dann muss ich mal gucken, wie viele Missionen wir noch haben. Und dann werden wir morgen weitermachen.